She relaxes around you before she falls for you. And that is not the boring part of attraction. It is the part that decides whether chemistry has somewhere real to go. A woman can enjoy a date, laugh at your jokes, and still keep one hand on the emotional exit door. When she starts feeling safe, that door stops being the center of her attention. She becomes more present, more honest, more herself. This is not a trick for reading minds. One quiet night or one awkward moment proves nothing. People have stressful weeks and different ways of showing warmth. Look for the pattern, then ask a better question. What kind of experience is it to be around me? Safety is not being harmless, agreeing with everything, or hiding your standards. It is steadiness, being interested without entitlement, and making room for honesty without punishing it. These 7 signs show the difference between politeness and a woman beginning to let you into her real life. The first sign is small honesty. She tells you what she actually thinks, even when it is not flattering. Maybe she did not love the restaurant, a joke landed badly, or she is too tired for a big plan. It sounds ordinary, but it matters. People edit themselves around someone unpredictable. They give the answer that creates the least friction and quietly learn that being real is expensive. Small honesty means she is not managing your reaction every second. She trusts that a difference will not turn into a debate, a cold shoulder, or a speech. Receive it like an adult. Fair enough. What would you have preferred? That tells her honesty does not create danger around you. And here is the part most men miss. Agreement is not intimacy. A woman who agrees with everything may be trying to keep the atmosphere smooth. A woman who can disagree calmly is often showing you something much more valuable. She believes the connection can survive a real opinion. The second sign is comfortable silence, not dead silence, where both of you are waiting to check a phone. Comfortable silence feels different. You are walking, waiting for coffee, driving home, or sitting after a good story, and neither of you rushes to fill every second. She is still relaxed instead of performing interest with constant noise. Attraction can begin with intensity, but safety shows up when performance drops. You do not have to turn every pause into a joke or every date into a highlight reel. Enjoying a pause says, "I like being here, even when I am not trying to impress you." Stay attentive, but stop treating silence like proof that you are losing. Sometimes it is just 2 people exhaling. The third sign is that she lets the plan become real. At the beginning, people keep plans polished. Then life enters the room. She has had a long day, her train is late, work ran long, or she would rather go somewhere quieter. She is not necessarily testing you. Life is simply becoming real. Watch your response. If the plan changes and your whole mood collapses, she learns that warmth depends on control. If you erase your preferences, she learns you do not have a center. Meet in the middle. That works. I still want to see you. Let's make it easy. Or, tonight is tight, but I can do Thursday. Clear, warm, no punishment. Safety grows when real life can touch the connection without breaking it. A good date is not perfect. It is one where a change happens and both people feel respected afterward. The fourth sign is playful reciprocity. She teases you a little. She sends you something that reminded her of a conversation. She builds on a joke instead of politely laughing at it. She notices a detail you mentioned 3 days ago and brings it back at the exact right moment. This is different from someone being generally friendly. Playfulness becomes personal when it has memory in it. But do not confuse playfulness with permission to push every boundary. If she makes a light joke, you do not need to escalate until she is defending herself. If she gives you a tiny opening, you do not turn it into a speech about what it means. You meet the energy, then leave room for her to meet you again. That rhythm matters. Think of it like tossing a ball, not firing a cannon. You offer something light, she returns it. You add a little more, she adds a little more. The point is not to win the exchange. The point is to create a private language that belongs to the 2 of you. When she feels safe, she does not have to calculate whether every playful moment will be used against her later. The fifth sign is that she brings you into the ordinary parts of her world. Not only the best outfit, story, or angle of her life. She mentions a sibling, sends something ridiculous from work, asks what you think about a decision, or tells you about a coffee shop she loves. It sounds less romantic than a dramatic confession, but ordinary life reveals habits, humor, frustrations, and real priorities. When she shares it, she is starting to picture you beyond a single date. Do not turn that invitation into an interrogation. If she mentions a friend, you do not need a full background check. If she tells you about a problem, do not rush to solve it before you understand it. Sometimes the strongest thing you can say is, "That sounds frustrating. Do you want advice, or do you just want to vent?" A woman feels safe when she can share a piece of her life without losing ownership of it. The sixth sign is that she can tell you when you missed. This one is not glamorous, which is exactly why it matters. Maybe you made a plan that ignored something she told you. Maybe your timing was off. Maybe a comment came out sharper than you meant it. If she can say, "Hey, that did not feel great," She is giving you a chance that people do not give to someone they have already written off. Many men hear feedback and become a lawyer or a defendant. Both force her to manage their emotions instead of being heard. Go slower. I get why that landed that way. I did not mean to make you feel dismissed. What would have felt better? You can explain your intention later and keep your boundaries. First, show you can stay in the room when the mood is not flattering. That is how small ruptures get repaired. The seventh sign is that her affection becomes less performative. Early attraction can be loud, fast replies, perfect pictures, big compliments. Then, if something real starts growing, the signal changes. She may not become more dramatic, she may become more natural. She checks in because she wants to, not because the conversation needs saving. She remembers an appointment you had. She reaches for your hand without making it a moment. She sends a message that has no strategy behind it. This made me think of you. That kind of affection is easy to overlook because it does not feel like a movie scene. But it is often the better sign. Performance needs an audience. Comfort shows up when nobody is keeping score. She is not trying to create a version of herself that wins you. She is seeing whether the real version of herself is welcome with you. This is where men sabotage something good. They mistake calm for a lack of attraction and create chaos to feel a spark again. They pull away to see if she chases or become unpredictable to create intensity. That is not trust. The goal is not to make her anxious enough to think about you all day. Become a man she is relieved to come back to. So what do you do with these signs? First, do not collect them like points on a scoreboard. You are not trying to force a verdict after 3 dates. You are looking for the direction of the relationship. Is she becoming more open, more relaxed, more willing to bring real life into the connection? Are you becoming more grounded, more curious, and less obsessed with decoding every message? Second, make safety visible in your behavior. Keep your word. If you say you will call, call. If you need to change a plan, say it directly. Ask questions you actually want the answer to. Let a no be a complete sentence. Give compliments that notice more than appearance. And when she tells you something vulnerable, do not turn it into a weapon in the next argument, a joke in front of friends, or proof that she owes you closeness. Third, be direct enough that she does not have to guess your character from riddles. You can say, I like spending time with you. I want to keep getting to know you. You can say, if something feels off, I would rather talk about it than play games. You can say, I respect your pace, and I also want to be honest about mine. That is not needy, that is clean. The modern gentleman is not the man who learns the perfect line. He is the man whose presence makes perfect lines unnecessary. He can hold chemistry without chasing it. He can hear honesty without punishing it. He can enjoy attraction without trying to control another person's nervous system. When she feels safe with you, the question stops being whether she can impress you. It becomes whether she can be real with you. And that is where attraction stops being a spark you chase and becomes a fire that has somewhere to stay.